Welcome to the Lynn Lineup, a program which focuses on events happening right here in the city of Lynn. Here with me today, Director of the Veterans Service Department here in Lynn City Hall, Mike Sweeney. Thanks for being here, Mike.
Thanks for having me.
So we're here today to talk about the Memorial Day ceremony set to kick off Tuesday, May 24th, 6 p.m. here at the Lynn Auditorium. It's a great event. This isn't the first time they've done it. It's an outstanding event. It's a big thing, and we're trying to get the entire community down here to show their support for veterans. We're going to get into the detail about the event, but first and foremost, let's talk to our guest Mike and give him an opportunity to explain who he is and what he does. Mike?
Thanks for having me here. Yeah, my name is Mike Sweeney. I'm the Director of Veterans Services for the City of Lynn, and Afghanistan veteran myself, currently serving the National Guard in Massachusetts. We're just happy to have the opportunity, so I appreciate it, to come on and just tell people about this event. I think sometimes people hear about them afterward and they say, geez, if I had known, I would have come down, and this is a great event. Memorial Day is not just, Memorial Day and Veterans Day are two very separate days. On Memorial Day, we honor the fallen. We honor our war dead. And I think that when you have an event like this in the city of Lynn, we should come out, not just veterans, not just families of veterans, but the community itself should come out and show that support, because I think and we're just lucky to have it. And in this sort of venue, we end up with a great event. We have music, we have speakers, we have events. The ROTC comes down, does the rifle team, things you don't normally get to see in most communities. And I think I appreciate the push to get it out. Again, it's Tuesday, May 24th at 6 p.m. right here in City Hall in the Veterans Memorial Auditorium. Anyone coming down, people who are in there are going to get a commemorative pin. We'll be able to get a grave marker flag that they can use during the week to honor the fallen. All these different things you can get, but the most important thing is, I think, as a community, being a part of something bigger than ourselves, coming down and showing that Lynn really does support those who have made this the ultimate sacrifice. And in a real way, events like this, they show that not only do we, by honoring the fallen and those who've served in the past, in a real way you're honoring those who serve today by putting deeds behind the words of "we'll never forget your service."
Right.
And I know from having been overseas myself, these events, when they go on, I think there's something people look to and understand that people in America have their back.
You know, the Memorial Day is it's a significant day, and it's a lot different than just Veterans Day, because we're honoring the fallen. And we watch the media, we see the movies, we watch the documentaries, read the books, and all of us are really a fan of these stories that these men all really kind of develop, their bonds that they develop with their brothers while out there and they're in combat. So one thing that really kind of stuck out to me was the age-old adage of accepting that you're dead already while you're on that combat field. And that really that struck a nerve with me, because it's like, wow, that's what these guys have that's the philosophy that they have on this field. And when they return home, I mean, it's got to be a godsend, and they still they have to consider the people who didn't return home, and that's going to be one of the toughest things.
Right. Yeah. And I think in an event like this, I would speak directly to veterans and say, this is where you come out, and we come out for those who can't, and you're there with some of the families, these Gold Star families. The dignity with which they carry themselves, the continued sacrifice. For those of us who have come home, I think we have an obligation to come out and make sure they understand that they're not alone. One of the people who are coming down as our keynote speaker is Francisco Ureña. He's the Secretary of Veterans Services for the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, Purple Heart veteran, Iraq veteran, and I think that kind of presence, a cabinet secretary coming down and speaking to people in the city of Lynn on this day, I think it's a kickoff for a week's worth of weeks-long events. And I think it really is an opportunity to touch on just what you're talking about, to kind of turn for the men and women who've been through so much, to show that we support them, but really, again, for those who haven't come home, the real heroes, we need to make sure that they understand, their families understand, frankly, that they're not alone.
Yeah, the families are a big part of it. That was one thing that I never realized until I was in like my mid-20s, and like how much sacrifice it takes for the mother or the wife of a Marine or an Army person to actually deal with the long absences, the constant moving. I mean, you're in the National Guard right now. You've got a wife and kids, so that's a big struggle for a family to be committed to that.
And I think these events, again, even when they honor you honor the families, you honor the soldiers, you honor those, it lets the families know they're not alone. And I keep going back to it for the city of Lynn. I just hope that we as a community can come down to this, show the people that are putting this event on, the Veterans Council, the Jim DeFilippo, who's been has been our MC for about 30 years now going on, the ROTC, they come down, all these different, the Lynn Band, all these different parts of our community that come together, having the residents come down, and especially maybe those who don't normally come to veteran events.
Right.
This isn't an event where you're going to feel like you don't know what you're doing. You're going to come in. It's an auditorium. It's a very comfortable environment. You're going to really, hopefully, show the people who are there that this community supports veterans.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the people who are absolutely going to go are families of veterans, families of the fallen, and a nice little special gift would for them to be the Lynn Auditorium packed with members of the community.
Absolutely.
Showing their respect, and that's what we're trying to do.
Thank you.
Again, Tuesday, 6 p.m. down here at the Lynn Auditorium, May 24th. You can jump on Facebook, Facebook/Lynn Vets. You can also reach out to Mike in his office, 781-586-6911. This was Mike Sweeney here, the director of the Veterans Service Department here in Lynn, Massachusetts. We're here today to talk about the Memorial Day ceremony set to happen Tuesday, 6 p.m. here at the Lynn Auditorium on May 24th. Come on down and support the families of the soldiers who have fallen defending freedom here. That's it for the Lynn Lineup from the studio here at Lynn Community Television. I'm Sean Donahue, wishing you all the best.